We're going to get to all that coming up. But first, let's talk more about those strange clues left behind by the gunman responsible for that deadly rampage at Northern Illinois University. NBC's Michelle Kozinski is on the campus now and has the latest for us. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Lester. This is one of those places where students gather to leave messages for their classmates. This morning, some are recovering in hospitals, while today the first wake will be held for one of those who didn't survive. And police are sorting through the things that Stephen Kazmierczak left behind in his life to try to find that most elusive piece in this puzzle, why he did it. Students try to fill the empty spaces here with notes and flowers.
I'm part angry. It's just a lot of questions and stuff like why NIU?
And investigators try to answer them. They searched this Travelodge in town where Stephen Kazmierczak had checked in 3 days before his attack, leaving behind a laptop and a duffel bag with the zipper glued shut, reportedly containing ammunition. Not the person his professors knew.
The mind that we saw at work here as a student and as a tutor was entirely distinct from the mind that visited our campus this week.
Kazmierczak had spent more than a year at a psychiatric facility after high school. Last year, he transferred from NIU to the University of Illinois in Champaign, where he shared this apartment with his girlfriend, even though they had broken up in the fall. The Chicago Tribune reports that he had given her packages that she wasn't supposed to open until Valentine's Day, containing gun accessories. For the parents of recovering victim Samantha Daner, shot twice, Kazmierczak has become an unwelcome part of their lives forever.
That night she did say that all she sees is his face.
I think I'd feel better if I could talk to him face to face and say something. But you can't even do that. He's taking that from you too.
Cole Hall will stay closed for the rest of the semester, and when students start classes again on the 25th, the university has decided they'll see a much greater police presence around here. Just try to make everybody feel a little bit more secure, Lester.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. And now here's Jenna.
Lester, thank you. NIU junior Harold Ng was in the classroom at the time and was shot in the back of the head as he tried to run out. Amazingly, he survived, and he joins us this morning to share his story. Harold, thank you so much for being with us, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've been through such a horrifying ordeal, and we should mention, doctors say you still have 3 pellets lodged in the back of your head. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm all right. Nothing too serious, and I'm recovering well.
You say nothing too serious. It was an ordeal. Several of your classmates are still hospitalized, are still recovering from this. If you can you take us back to that day in the classroom? Where were you sitting? What did you see?
I was sitting the way back, and basically I was getting ready to leave around when class was going to end, because there's 15 minutes left in class. And once I looked up from getting my bag, I saw 2 people on the stage, and then basically remembering that people were screaming and not really seeing the teacher at all. The teacher had kind of just disappeared, and 2 shotguns, 1 shotgun, and he basically shot it twice, and the second time more people were frantic, and I just followed and ran with everyone else, trying to get out as fast as possible.
Harold, at what point did you realize what exactly was happening, and that this, I know some students said they thought it was part of the lecture, was part of a demonstration. At what point did you realize you guys were in some serious danger?
I mean, for me, I was still in shock. I think once I heard many of the screams and people just having to deal with a bunch of chaos everywhere and people running and screaming, that I found out that something's definitely not in place here.
Harold, I was reading, as you were running out of the classroom, you happened to feel the back of your head and you looked at it and realized you were bleeding. Did you not know you were shot? Was there so much chaos going on around you that you didn't realize that you had gotten shot?
Yes. I really didn't even feel anything. I mean, I was following the crowd, like I said, and halfway to Neptune dormitories, I actually brushed the back of my head and found out that I was bleeding.
And real quick, you actually had someone call your mom for you with your cell phone. Can you tell us about that, and what did they say? Were you just unable to do that?
During that time, my cell phone was actually in my jacket. A bunch of other students who were helping me tried to get a contact with my parents, but all the cell phones were pretty much jammed, and they had no frequency just because of the whole chaos. Everyone was trying to reach the police, emergencies, and I think their own parents as well.
Well, Harold, we're so glad you're okay. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Our prayers and our thoughts are with the Northern Illinois University community today. And now here's Lester.
Jenna, thanks. While many of us were sleeping, President